Welcome back. We're learning a lot this morning about how we can make our own rain garden at home in this weekend's edition of David's Discovery.
That's right. I figured since we have had a decent amount of rainfall this spring,
and more to come,
I thought it'd be fun to explore how stormwater and rain gardens kind of interplay with each other and they're interlinked. So you can make your own rain garden with your kids at home by using a 2-liter bottle here, and even with some mulch and some clay that I use, and some cups. So we do have a video for that to see how I made this. So also I use that potting soil, some vegetable oil, and even some clay. That clay acts as like a surface for that pavement to run off of, that stormwater, that off of buildings and even from our streets that collect all those pollutants in there. So I cut out that 2-liter bottle there, to about a third of it, put that clay in to act as that pavement or those surfaces, and then I also put that soil in to act as our garden. So I even made some 2 cups here. I put blue dye in there to represent some of the pollutants or chemicals you get with agricultural runoff. Those Cheerios are supposed to represent maybe some other particles or trash, I guess possibly they could pick up in the streets.
Yes.
And then that soil is also for the dust. So what I did is I poured it right into here, and then it started to fill up in there. So I had to pour a little bit more water in before it slowly trickled out the spout and into our other cup. So I do have the results here for us to show, and if you take a look here, there's a little bit less in this cup of our stormwater runoff here. That's what the rain gardens do. They act like a basin and they soak up all these pollutants, especially with the plants and the roots, and you get less in here for that stormwater runoff and less of that soil compared to our other one here that I do have as our placebo or our example here. So these rain gardens, they act as a natural basin to help collect that stormwater and get out all those pollutants out
filter through.
Yeah, filter through, exactly. So I did speak with someone here in Rochester about her rain garden that she did use. If we get that VO.
Swales and berms essentially are like channels where the rainwater, once it fills up that rain garden, then instead of then running out into the cistern, it can follow these swales into different areas of that front yard, and that also then brings that water to those plants and helps recharge that first, couple feet of groundwater underneath that area.
So you just heard from Deb here. She created her own rain garden, at least in the year 2022 in her front yard. So she's talking about those swales right there are those channels that she made to help direct the water from the rain garden. And if it starts to get more water into there and that rain garden's full, it directs all of that stormwater into the surrounding plants. And she has planted native plants there for hummingbirds and monarchs also. So I'll have another video up on our web article that shows her rain garden and some more photos of it. So she's been really enjoying that rain garden she's made there at her rental property. And it was such a joy to talk to her about this.
I'm sure it was. That's awesome. Thank you so much for displaying this and showing us. This is really interesting to see.
Yeah, no problem. I hope someone learned something new today.
All right. Well, thank you so much, David.